As we begin today, Chris and Tina want to acknowledge that we are on the land of the Duwamish people, land that was not given to us, land that our people took from them. We, Melissa, Asha, Theo, and I, have come here today to surround you with deep love as you two, and support you too, Tina, Marie, Claire, and Chris Danley, Holowaty, as you commit your hearts and lives to each other. Our purpose is to celebrate with them the love they have created together and to support their decision to commit themselves to a lifelong relationship. Now you guys can turn towards each other. Marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. By making this commitment today, Chris and Tina's relationship will become stronger, better, and deeper. Today, Tina and Chris demonstrate their devotion to each other by dedicating themselves to a life together. By setting forth to honor the vows they have created today, their lives, which began on separate paths and will be joined as one. Today represents not only a marriage, but also the recognition of their family with Theo, Matthew, Claire, garbage truck, good night.
I'm trying to remember what the garbage truck.
Do you, Tina and Chris, pledge to create a life of mutual respect, compassion, perseverance, growth, generosity, and patience toward each other as you grow together in years? Do you pledge to recognize each other's individuality and celebrate each other's uniqueness as a strength in marriage? While at the same time, will you guard one another's weaknesses with understanding, support, and inspiration? And do you pledge to share the love you have for each other with all living beings, to be a couple that lets their marriage radiate into others, being impacted by those around them, and creating lives more beautiful because of it? Now, if Asha, if you have anything that you would like to share.
Yes. It has been so beautiful to witness your love story, and I think that our whole lives we spend figuring out how to come to home within ourselves before we can find a home in one another. I'd like to read Coming Home by Mary Oliver. When we're driving in the dark on the long road to Provincetown, which lies empty for miles when we're weary, when the buildings and the scrub pines lose their familiar look, I imagine us rising from the speeding car. I imagine us seeing everything from another place, the top of one of the pale dunes, or the deep and nameless fields of the sea. And what we see is the world that cannot cherish us, but which we cherish. And what we see is our life moving like that, along the dark edges of everything, the headlights like lanterns, sweeping the blackness, leaving in 1,000 fragile and unprovable things, looking out for sorrow, slowing down for happiness, making all the right turns, right down to the thumping barriers to the sea, the swirling waves, the narrow streets, the houses, the past, the future, the doorway that belongs to you and me. Thank you. I love you guys, and I'm so happy to witness your love story continuing. Thank you.
Theo, do you have anything that you would like to tell them today?
Yeah. Before that poem, I really thought when you said I will, I really thought one of you was going to drink each other. Right.
That'd be pretty great, huh? Melissa, do you have anything you would like to say?
I'm just so grateful to be here in this moment with you all. I feel a deep gratitude that my friend has found such joy and happiness. And I've written like 5 different things, so here's number 5. As I thought about what I wanted to say, I realized that I just really wanted to celebrate what I've seen. As I've gotten to know you and see your love story unfold. So some of the things I've seen great joy, such sweet joy. Sometimes as laughter and inside jokes. Sometimes as contentment and ease. I've seen freedom, where you each support the other in being exactly who you are. where commonalities and differences are both welcomed and celebrated. I've seen bravery, to be open and vulnerable and honest. This is not an easy feat, and yet is essential to building true connection, which I assume you both do. And I've seen lots of love. Your love has been fully alive, not simply words. It's been considerate and expansive. It's been patient and gentle. Your love is the stuff we all aspire to experience. Your romance and your partnership has been precious and resilient and truly beautiful. I can't wait to see what you create together in marriage. And lastly, Tina, thank you for bringing Chris and Liz into our lives. And Chris, thank you for loving my amazing friend.
Yeah, just something a little bit. As I was thinking about like what has stood out to me most about seeing your relationship evolve, I kept thinking about how much gratitude you guys have for each other. And it's stirred up gratitude for me, and I've gotten to witness so much goodness that has also guided me in my relationships with other people. I am so grateful that I met you 5.5 years ago, and that we had really long 3-hour conversations. When I barely knew you, you were just a really bald, bearded man that started school at the same time as me, and you wore your like yellow fisherman's coat all the time. And I just kept thinking, like, what a great human being, what a good human. And that is what I heard from so many people around us. What a good human. When people would ask me, like, who'd you see? And I'd be like, oh, Chris. And they were like, what a good man. And I was so grateful to get to know you so much better and be alongside you while I was going through a very hard time and you were going through a very hard time a few years ago. And getting to be there with each other. And when you met Tina, there was, I can't like fully put words into it, but something deeply stirred for you. And as you guys got to know each other more and more, it was gorgeous to bask in your gratitude for her and just how much you appreciated her being with you and growing together. I'm also really, really grateful for you guys. And I love you, Tina. I love that you are part of my family. It means so much to me. Are you guys ready for your vows? Not yet, but soon? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now some things that they wanted to acknowledge: that throughout time, countless millions of people from many cultures, religions, and societies have gathered among friends and family to celebrate their love for one another and their commitment to each other. Each culture has symbols and rituals to celebrate marriage, from the Chinese tea ceremony to the Scottish tradition of binding together their hands to the Jewish tradition of meeting under the canopy. A rich tapestry of traditions from around the world combine to symbolize the elements of marriage. Today, we aim to remember that a wedding is a symbol, a heartfelt and meaningful symbol, but a symbol nonetheless. This ceremony is not magic. It will not create a relationship that does not already exist and has not already been celebrated in all the commitments that you two have made to each other, both large and small, in the days since you first met at the Tug-In. What we are at the Tug-In, it's where they had their very first date. Yeah. Dive bar extreme. What we are celebrating today is not at the beginning of a marriage, but a marriage already in progress. This ceremony is a symbol that both looks to the past to recognize and celebrate how far you have come, as well as you both looking to the future and promising your hopes, fortitudes, and desires. I lost the part in how you say your vows.
Here you go.
First off, I can hardly believe how lucky I am to be standing here at this moment with you. I've told you this before, but I know I often sit on our couch and I'll just look around and see the shelves, and see the artwork on the wall, and the pictures on the dining room wall, our table. It's just, everything about it just tells me I'm home. I love what we've created together already. I love that we get to share it. I wish I could walk you through all the rooms in my mind and my heart, and to see how much of it's been altered and redecorated and just changed. And somehow as you've moved in, you've created more space and helped me become more of who I am. I'm just so grateful, so grateful. Sometimes you catch me staring at you. And I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. I see someone who is so beautifully human, so filled with love and kindness, with raging, furious passion, with playfulness and intensity. You have a heart that is so open and still vulnerable enough to break. It inspires me, and I am in awe. No pedestals.
You know what?
No pedestals. You love me by pointing out the goodness in me, and you also love me enough to argue with me. So I want to make these promises to you. I promise to be with you from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or poor, for sickness and in health, until death parts us. I promise to trust and respect you. I promise to help create a home that's filled with learning, laughter, exploration, with play and courage and compassion. I promise to let you know what's on my mind, to let you in all my hopes and fears and discoveries and worries. And I promise to always stay curious about what's going on with you. I promise to work with you to nurture a relationship of friendship, equality, and duality of this place. And that we are together building a life and a family that's far better than we could do on our own. So today I choose you to be my wife and partner. I adore you just as you are. I offer you myself, all of this. I will care for you and stand beside you, and share with you whatever comes our way from this day forward.
Okay. The question was, maybe you should always be a song, because if Cheryl goes to the bathroom, that might be kind of disgusting.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, because you might be nose deaf. Might be nose blind after that.
All right.
You are my beloved and my best friend. I feel lucky every single day that the world brought us together at just the right time to really see each other and know each other. I am fortunate enough to constantly witness firsthand your kindness and generosity, and your thoughtfulness, and your delight in bad jokes. My heart is pounding. I get to see in so many ways your unwavering devotion to growth and understanding and deepening your compassion. And it is remarkable, and I learned so much from you. I love that you are down for a super wrestle battle 95% of the time. And I love how you have committed to parenting with me. So it's no small thing. And it's really beautiful. I promise to laugh with you, and cry with you, and dream with you. And this whole list of things grow with you, even as time and life change us both. I promise to support your dreams and to celebrate your triumphs. I promise to respect you and cherish you as an individual and a partner and an equal. I promise faithfulness and patience and lightheartedness and attentiveness. I promise to continue prioritizing time together, whether it's a weekend away or playing games at the house. And I promise I will never stop talking smack to you, even when I'm losing that game, especially, perhaps. I promise to always eat your avocados. I promise to live in truth with you and to always work on communicating fully and fearlessly. And I will walk beside you through whatever our lives may bring, because you are my person.
I'll keep taking the compost.
It's pie time.
It's almost pie time.
What? It isn't?
Come on.
Oh yeah.
I want you guys to look at each other and face each other and really bask in this moment.
Yep.
You'll never be right in this moment again. I want you to fully commit it to your memory.
Yep.
Before this moment, you have been many things to one another, but now you have said a few words and you are going across a threshold in life, and things will never be quite the same between you two. For after these vows you have just said, and that you will continue into in just a moment, you are saying to the world, Tina, you are saying, this is my husband. And Chris, you are saying, Tina is my wife. Nothing is easier than standing here and saying words, and nothing is more difficult than living them day to day. When you love someone, you do not love them all the time in exactly the same way. That is impossible. Yet that is what most of us expect. We forget the ebb and flow of life, of love, and of relationships. We insist on permanence, on duration, on continuity. But in love, as in life, the only stability is in change and growth and in freedom. Therefore, what you promise today must be renewed and reaffirmed tomorrow and the next day and the next day and forever. Now, I would like you guys to look down at each other's hands. So you may see the gift that they are to you. These are the hands of your best friend, and they are holding yours on your wedding day. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you together build your future. These are the hands that, when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours.
Already.
But presently wrinkled and aged are still reaching for yours. This is the point in the ceremony when people usually talk about the wedding bands being a perfect circle, having no beginning and no end. But we all know that rings do have a beginning. Rock is dug up from the earth. Wood is taken from trees of the forest. Metals are liquefied in a furnace at 1,000 degrees. The hot metal is forged and cooled, then painstakingly polished. Something beautiful is made from raw elements. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings, made by imperfect beings. It is the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. Let these rings be a sign that your love has a past, a present, and a future. Tina, here's Chris's ring. Tina, take Chris's ring and place it on his finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
As a sign that I choose you.
as a sign that I choose you
To be my husband.
to be my husband
To the end of my days.
to the end of my days.
Chris, take Tina's ring and place it on her finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign that I choose you
as a sign that I choose you
to be my wife
to be my wife
for as long as I live.
as long as I live.
The love already shared by your hearts has been strengthened by the vows you have taken and the rings you have now exchanged. Now we look to the facets of your relationship that are both the joy of play and the labor of love. You have chosen a puzzle that symbolizes your family, Tina, Chris, and Theo. Only with one another's insights, help, and freedom to play may you intertwine your lives to create one family.
High five.
I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done, by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true, and it is you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that keeps the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
Actually, like record this song with them, like stop whenever it said the word and then replace it with Holowaty.
Tina, Marie, Claire,
Yes.
and Christopher, family Holowaty, we have heard your vows for us humans, the God around us, and the earth below us, to share your lives in marriage. In the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here, in accordance with the laws of the state of Washington, and with the power vested in me, it is my honor and delight, hold the suspense, to declare you as husband and wife. You may seal your vows with a kiss.
Oh yeah, baby. Like a fool, I went and stayed too long.
You said one, not four.